This is Robert Little with Black Sports Online, and I'm here with a special guest today, Tyron from the UFC, coming up at the co-main event at UFC 174. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing awesome, man. This is fight week, so everything is pretty laid back this week. All the work's done. Just kind of, about to get this weight down and just focus on our fight.
Now, we're here in your gym. Could you tell us a little bit, first off, about your background, how you came up, how you got involved with UFC, and then how you came up with this, gym here in your hometown?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I wrestled in high school. I was a state champion at McClure High. Also went to the University of Missouri after that. I was All-American there twice. Just mixed martial arts is the most important sport in U.S. right now, and I saw a lot of wrestlers doing great in mixed martial arts, so I thought I would transition easily. So I got into mixed martial arts about 2006, and I've always had a vision of having a facility where I train kids, adults, doing fitness stuff, martial arts, strength and conditioning. So it was just some years in the making, and eventually we got it done. So that's where we're at right now, ATT Evolution. We have, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, fitness classes, cardio kickboxing, personal training. So it's a one-stop shop, really, for anybody who's looking to get in shape. So we wanted to design this around the family. Come together, leave together. If you look in the front, you'll see kids there, their parents are watching, or their kids can take a class, their parents can be hitting the bag in the back. So overall, we figure it's not that many things you can do as a family together. You can go bowling, go to the movies. But we wanted to make fitness one thing that you can do together, staying healthy, and also building a camaraderie in the family. So that's pretty much the story of how I got into mixed martial arts and how we started ATT Evolution.
Now, how can they get in contact if they want to, come to the gym? Where is it located? Phone numbers, anything, social media that you want to get out there for them?
All our social media is at ATT Evolution. We are actually right on 9751 Manchester Road. We're located in Rock Hill. Most people would know this area for Hacienda. We're directly across the street from it. Our website is the same, attevolution.com. If anyone wanted to call, they can call 314-716-2186 or call about classes, free trials, and also some of the personal training things.
Awesome. So let's talk about, what you got coming up. Some serious business at UFC 174. You are in the co-main event. Do you feel like that puts a little more pressure on you to perform? Of course, you want to win, but, being in the co-main event and one step from the main event, do you feel any pressure, any extra added pressure to put on a good performance?
No, I don't feel any extra added pressure. The only pressure I put on myself is to go out there and perform, to put myself in a position where I fight as hard as I can, I give as much as I can. If I can do that every fight, I will be a world champion. I will be one of the best fighters who ever fought in the cage canvas, and I think that's my goal, to go out there and just get all the training out on display, get all the hard work, all the heart, all the dedication that goes into it. My goal is to just get that out in front of the cage, and if I do that, all the other things, the bird will be killed with many birds will be killed with one stone. So that's all I have to focus on.
Now, is there anything about your opponent, Rory McDonald, that comes up that concerns you, or areas of focus, and what do you think about him as an opponent? And not to give away your attack or anything, how are you going to kind of come at him, and what is your just general strategy, nothing specific or anything?
Rory McDonald comes out and he fights several different styles, so I think the most difficult part about preparing for this fight is not knowing which Rory McDonald is going to come to the cage. What is he going to do? What is he going to use? So we prepare kind of a different game plan for each one, and I'll be prepared if he comes out hard, if he comes out more conservative, trying to point fight, or if he's that killer that's coming out to kill, I'm willing to meet him in the middle and bang with him. So I'm just prepared for all different levels. So I'm kind of not extremely anxious. I'm at a certain kind of peace because I just believe I got some of the best coaches and a lot of positive people in my corner. I feel like it's my time. I feel like I've done the work. We add all those things together. This week is just press and rewind and play.
Now, do you consider your style a fluid one? You kind of talked about you're prepared for whatever he comes out with. Do you think you yourself, when you're talking about your style, you can adapt to pretty much anything that is kind of thrown at you?
Yeah, I think I can adapt. I think that's one of my strengths, that I adapt well and I make adjustments on the fly. Obviously, we're in a sport where we got a lot of strategic planning and coaches that are using different tactics. I think someone can grab a film of me and see me doing a right hand or something like that, where they can maybe game plan for it, but we always should be getting better. I expect Rory McDonald should be better than the last one I saw, and he should expect me being a better fighter than the last one he saw.
Now, the UFC is kind of slowly but surely kind of blowing up in the African-American community. As you, one of the rising stars, also being African-American, having your own gym, do you see yourself as like having a responsibility of helping grow the sport in the community, not just here locally in St. Louis, but, you know, worldwide?
I think I have a responsibility to grow awareness. I think, you know, it's not enough African-American males that are professional athletes that want to give back to the community. They want to talk to kids about inspiring them to overcome their environment where they live in, and also to showing them that you can be a family man, you can have a wife, you can love your wife, you can be true to her, you can actually have kids and be a husband and a father, you can own a business. You know, we've never seen those things at times where we think that our environment is what we will become. We lived in the ghetto, we're going to, you know, continue to be that way for the rest of our life. You know, I'm a product that, you know, I never made an excuse. I never felt like somebody was holding something over my head. You know, you're going to get an opportunity, you got to make the best out of it. And I feel like if you do that, white, black, green, purple, no matter what color you are, you'll be successful in life. So I hope that people that watch me fight see my drive, my determination, see that God's given me dominion over certain things, whether it's sport, whether it's management, whether it's acting, whether it's owning a gym or being a world champion, that He put me here for a reason, and I'm living my destiny. So that's what I want kids to see. That's what I want anybody from St. Louis. I love St. Louis. I want to see our city, you know, grow and continue to be successful and positive.
And kind of to piggyback off that, you're from Ferguson. I'm actually not too far from there. I grew up on Natural Bridge Kings Highway. I went to Ohio State. I almost went to Mizzou. So St. Louis and Missouri in general, you know, you don't hear a lot about that when you talk about UFC or mixed martial arts. Do you think it's kind of something that's on the rise here, something that is underappreciated? I know you got Jim, you have people here right now, or is it just something that people just don't know about, but it's a really rising sport, you know, in the Midwest, in Missouri, and St. Louis specifically?
I think we're a visual society now. I think listening, hearing, seeing, and reading about is the way we get information. And I think it's the job of the media locally. I think it's the news station's responsibility. I think all the radios should really be piggybacking. It's their job to really get out the sport of mixed martial arts, because it's the most important sport in the U.S. right now, and in the top 5 of the most important sports in the world. So if this sport is doing so great and catching everybody by surprise and everybody's wanting to watch it, then I think it should be a priority to cover it. And if you got any local stories, any local fighters, anybody that's doing something positive for the community when it's so much negative to talk about, it should be covered, it should be talked about, and people should learn through that, because we don't go out and just go to every door and every gym and walk in and look what's going on. You know, we go where we see, we almost want to go with what we know. So I think it's kind of that, and also the fighters need to do a better job of presenting themselves and make people want to pay attention. Because to be honest, more people are watching boxing, they're watching basketball, they're watching football. African American community, those are usually the 3 sports, maybe some Olympic track and field. But all in all, they're not watching some of the traditional martial arts like judo or taekwondo or karate. It doesn't get that, you know, entertainment atmosphere. But mixed martial art has that, and it encompasses all martial art disciplines, the respect, the honor, the hard work, the integrity, and it's an entertainment as well. So I think once they learn more, they would love to watch it. And they would love to be educated on it and get behind it and, you know, buy all these pay-per-views.
Now, kind of once again, to kind of piggyback off that, if there's a young kid watching this right now, you know, 13, 14 years old, and all he knows is basketball, boxing, and football, but now he's interested, what advice would you give to him or her to get started, you know, in MMA down that road? You know, what's kind of the first thing or first couple of steps, what advice that you would give them?
I would tell them to be patient with the process. You know, life is a long journey. You know, life is about endurance, not about sprinting. You know, everything fast don't last. So I think sometimes they see cars, jewelry, they see all these rappers and they see these basketball players living these lavish lifestyles, and I think they want that immediately. They don't want to work for it. You know, when I was growing up, we walked everywhere. We played outside until the lights came on. You know, everything we did almost had some kind of physical activity involved with it. But now our kids are playing video games excessively. They're not reading enough. They're all on social media. They all got cell phones. So I think that they need to be prepared to actually go out there and work for something, to actually want something bad enough that they're willing to put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. So if someone wants to be a mixed martial artist and they're a young kid, my advice is to be patient with the process. Don't expect it to happen overnight. To be willing to put everything you got into it, and also, know what to do with it when you actually succeed and you actually make it to the top. Know how to handle it. Know the responsibility that comes with it.
Now, can you tell everybody how they can find you on, speaking of social media, because that's how all the kids and everybody now really communicate. How can they find you on social media and follow your career, going forward?
If anyone want to follow me on social media, they can reach me at TWOOODLEY. T Woodley was taken, so I had 3 O's, so you can find me there on Twitter, also Instagram. If you search my name on Facebook, you should find at least 3 or 4 profiles. Pick the one with the most followers, that's probably me. And lastly, if you want to follow me on my website, you can reach me at TyronWoodley.com. And always stop by the gym. I'm here training. I'm actually here. I teach classes occasionally, and I'm doing work in here. So ATT Evolution is the gym website. TyronWoodley.com is my website. I'm doing something positive in the community. I think everybody should come in and check it out.
But we appreciate you taking the time, Tyron, and really wish you luck at UFC 174. We'll all be watching.
All right. Well, I appreciate the support. Thank you.